As you can see on the world stage right now, there is a collective lower aspect of every individual, or a majority of individuals right now, that is floating to the surface. Why do lower aspects float to the surface? Because they were catalyzed into doing so. They were activated. What would they be activated by? Higher aspects. Higher aspects being higher dimensional beings, higher selves, parallel selves, angels, Arcturians, Pleiadians, and the list goes on. So the higher frequency is always the catalyst. Think of the times when you went to a party and you had a powerful stance about you, and then someone gets nervous or like they're not being themselves. Your higher frequency is catalyzing that lower energy. Why? So that it can be uprooted. Why? So that it can be purged. Everyone who's running to the store right now, grabbing their stuff, these crazy lineups, right? It's a frenzy out there. These people, what you're seeing is trauma that's been built up for a long time that wasn't being addressed. So when this higher wave of energy rolls over humanity, what do people do? They act on their trauma. This is very important. What you want to do is maintain your composure. What you want to do is upgrade yourself. What you want to do is take heed of this wonderful, unprecedented opportunity. Those who have been doing the work will not be all bent out of shape because they've been working with their lower aspects for a long time. So when things like that happen, it's no different than a thought that you have in meditation that's disturbing and you let it pass through. That's all it is. Because what it is you've stretched your mind to such a capacity where it can hold more light. People who are, I want to say, scrambling right now or flailing right now are people who haven't really created that space within their vibratory field to be able to hold many dimensions at the same time. Okay? We are 12-dimensional beings encased within this human body. Our DNA was degraded. Okay? And our job is to reactivate the DNA by recognizing that a lot of these lower aspects are agreements we made with reality, that were part of an illusion, that were part and parcel of a level of consciousness that we function from. We created an entire reality based on a level of consciousness, but we are not one level of consciousness. We have 12 dimensions of consciousness. You have an opportunity at this time. I'm speaking to all of humanity because this video is going to get out there. I've been working with the Arcturians for a week now. This video is going to get out there. You have an opportunity to quantum jump yourself. Quantum jump yourself into a different density of Earth. But only you can decide how you're going to respond to what's occurring right now. No one can do that for you. No one. This is why we have to keep up a meditation practice or be highly conscious at all times, because then you don't get hit with a baseball bat like this. Then you're able to anchor in and go, cool, now I'm going to hold space for everyone around me, for the entire world. Yes, and a lot of people are doing this, way showers, starseeds. I'm going to hold space for everyone, and I'm going to keep my cool. That's it. So if this message resonated, please share it. I already know it's going to get shared anyways. This stuff has to be shared. Love you guys. All right. I've decided to redo this video because it's really important that I thoroughly break it down for you guys. Okay. So right now we are experiencing an unprecedented shift in consciousness. All right? Every single human is aware of the coronavirus. What does this mean? We become aware of each other. Ha! From one regard, from one viewpoint, you could say that the coronavirus is a connective force. The event is a connective force enabling us to become aware of each other, which then enables us to become aware of our limiting beliefs. And to once and for all say, that's not yours and that's not mine. We just adopted it. We just took the bait. All right? We've been part of this hive mind. So right now, your personal upgrade is going to take place when you start to pay attention and identify every limiting belief and fear that people still hold. You go out, witness how people open the doorknob. They're like, right? That's a limiting belief. You cannot overcome a fear if you're still a prisoner to a fear. I'm going to repeat that. You cannot overcome a fear if you are still a prisoner to a fear. So your psychic abilities are being asked to be accentuated by you noticing all the energetics that are underlying people's actions. So they don't want to shake your hand. That's a fear. If you've done your work throughout the years, nothing's going to change in your life because you've uninstalled the programming, and along the years you've observed the different programs and you built immunity, meaning that you became sovereign, meaning that you understood that thoughts were coming in and you're like, I'm not going to make an agreement with that. Right now, everything that people are doing is an agreement that they've made with reality that's constricting and restricting them. You got that? So if you wear a mask, you are tethering yourself to the paradigm of people who are wearing masks just in case. So there's still a limitation. Okay? There's still a limitation. Now, essentially, we are activating a backlog that has nothing to do with the coronavirus. It's a backlog of Akashic records that never got resolved, solved, or dissolved. Okay? This information was available to you a week ago, 3 years ago, when, for instance, your friend said to you, maybe we'll hang out next week, and you already knew that they weren't going to hang out. We've all been playing each other. We've all been accepting less. We've all been making agreements that are limiting our capacity to operate with a full-stranded DNA. Okay? Now, another example I want to use. If a really nice man comes along who has zero agenda, and you have an energy of fear from your past traumas, you might project onto him, you might displace your own fear onto him, and then you won't open up, you won't let him hug you, okay? That's not how you're gonna heal yourself. You're gonna heal yourself by discerning and deciphering, wow, this man is a gift, he is nice, he's a good man. I'm gonna overcome my fears by allowing this love, by letting it in. You're not going to overcome the fear by going, but can I trust you? But can I trust you? But can I trust you? Do you get the visual? This is really important. So, number one, don't attach everything you see to the coronavirus. Attach it to records and archives that have been with humanity for eons. And now the process is being accelerated for those who wish to see. So people are going to reveal where they still have limiting beliefs, but we have to carry each other home. We have to love each other. But again, if you open the door like this, you're still part of a hive mind, meaning there was someone else who opened the door like this based on a fear that has nothing to do with the coronavirus. They deposited that thought into the hive mind and you picked it up thinking it was your own. We've been doing this for thousands upon thousands upon thousands of years. We've been in a loop with each other. We pass energy to each other, and then that energy grows like a fungus. It grows like a fungus, right? You screwed me over, so now I'm going to screw someone else over, and now I won't trust you, and they won't trust me. We pass this energy around. So it's all coming to a head now so that we can experience this collective upgrade. It's a time to celebrate. All the meditations you've done throughout the years has called this forth. We're all aware of the coronavirus, so we can all become aware of each other. Hi, I love you. I love you. Let's talk. Let's share perspective. Let's not feed into fear. Let's anchor new earth. Let's cement these higher energies so that we can become one again. Love you guys. The prominent message with regard to everything that's happening right now in the world is that, and I am the first to admit, I have played the victim and I have been the perpetrator. Everything that's happening is acting as a catalyst for you to admit that and for you to stop your shenanigans, right? The times where you went back to the store and you used, I don't know, a dish and said, I didn't use this, can I get a refund? You were being a perpetrator. And then when they didn't give it to you, you played the victim. You understand? So that's kind of how it works. The times when you didn't ask your boyfriend or girlfriend for what you needed and you expected them to read your mind, and then they didn't, and you played the victim, that was you playing the victim. The times when you badmouthed someone behind their back, that was you being the perpetrator. The times when someone you didn't want to be elected, and I'm kind of on board with you on that one, but the times that you started spewing hate, that was you playing the perpetrator, okay? So everything that's happening on the world stage right now is giving rise to all of our stories. He did this to me. She did that to me. Can you believe she did this to me? Can you believe he did that to me? We've been killing each other energetically for a long time. People are very quick to associate what we do to physicality, but it's all energy, right? All of it is energy. I don't care if you eat healthy. If you don't love yourself, you're not eating healthy. I don't care if you meditate. If you're having thoughts that you're an ugly person or you're judgmental, you're still hurting yourself. So it's all energy, all right? I'm trying to think of other relevant examples. Giving your power over to someone to see what they'll do with it, right? Oh, I'll see how you treat me. But you don't say that, right? You just kind of give your power to someone to see how, and then they end up hurting you because the universe is trying to teach you that you're still abdicating your power. And then when they hurt you, you play the victim. You gave your power away. So right now with the coronavirus, everyone is kind of losing their cookies because they all have a story. And now they can't control their reality anymore. But that's a good thing because you're being upgraded into a new one. Everyone's like scrambling to try to control everything because they're still stuck in a story. What if this happens to me? What if that happens to me? What if I did? It's all perpetrator victimhood. All of it. Now, that's not the easiest pill to swallow, but the bottom line is that we have to address the energy. Because everything else that's happened in the world that was a tragedy or a cataclysm or some sort of a thing was a product of energy being materialized. Meaning if you hold on to energy too long, you call forth a match to wake you up. But only you can wake yourself up, okay? We've been begging for freedom for how long now? Okay, this is happening so that we can liberate ourselves. It's happening so that we can liberate those aspects of ourselves that we've been shoving down and keeping in the basement based upon our victim-perpetrator stories. Think of the times when you got a parking ticket. Oh, no, I was just gone 2 minutes. Who cares? You got a parking ticket. Accept it. Stop playing the victim. Stop feeding into that narrative that's keeping the planet suppressed and oppressed. Accept that you didn't pay you didn't put money in the meter and pay the damn ticket. We have to stop all these narratives of you did this to me and I did that to you. Okay? If you see someone smoking a cigarette, you don't like it, move on. Go somewhere else. You're disgusting. No, stop all of that. That's you being the perpetrator. Okay? You cannot control other people. You cannot even control traffic. You cannot even control the weather. Some of us can. You might be able to. But for the most part, we cannot control what's outside of us. What we can control is what's been perpetuating our own issues. Once you fix your own issues, meaning you drop all the stories and you start getting real. Once you drop all the stories and you start getting real, okay? Then you will be raising your love levels. You will be raising your frequency. That frequency naturally threads out to the collective for other people to get on board. They will feel inspired. They will have an idea like, oh, I think I should try this. I think I'm going to start moving away from this or moving away from that. That's because you didn't try to change them or convert them. Instead, you raised your own love levels by dropping your old narratives. And by virtue of doing so, you dished out a frequency that was now available to other people. Okay? No more games. All right? None of this, I'm going to treat for your dinner and see if you get me next time. That's games. That's you setting yourself up to play the victim. No one takes care of me. Okay? No more of this, I want affection, but I can't ask my boyfriend for affection. Ask for affection. If he can't give it to you, he's not your match. That's it. Drop the stories. No more gossiping behind someone's back. You're actually hurting them energetically. Okay? You are taking an invisible knife and you are stabbing them. You are being a perpetrator. No more judging your brother and sister for smoking or drinking. None of that stuff. That's not going to fix the planet. This is why the guides are so adamant about you focusing on your energy, pointing yourself inward and resolving that which needs to be resolved, bringing resolution to these deeper core issues. That's why we're here. Everything else will take care of itself, right? A lot of us stopped drinking milk. That happened naturally. Naturally. If you tell someone, stop smoking, or you're doing that, they're going to keep doing it. If you tell a killer, stop killing, they're probably going to go kill someone else. You're pissing them off. Deal with your own stuff. Come into more love. Accept everyone unconditionally. And that will send out an energy of unequivocal acceptance to all beings. That we are all in this together, that we are all one, that we are all uplifting humanity together, that everyone holds a piece of the puzzle. You might know something that I don't know, and I might know something that you don't know. But by coming together and unifying, we can share that information without trying to place each other in a box, without condemning each other. Yes? Stop castigating other people. This is about us returning to love. This is about us coming back to our inherent power.